Well, you know there are people to this day who do not believe your husband, Carl Dean, actually exists.
I know that. They do. They think that I just made him up. Some say I'm having a relationship with my girlfriend, Judy. We've just had a great friendship. There's never been, well, there's a great love there between us. With my friend Judy. But people...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're honoring the incredible Dolly Parton, her remarkable life, her extraordinary career, and the recent heartbreaking loss of her beloved husband, Carl Dean. Through it all, Dolly continues to inspire with strength and grace. If her story moves you too, please like this video and subscribe for more powerful stories like hers. Let's take a closer look. Early life. Born Dolly Rebecca Parton on January 19, 1946, in a one-room cabin on the banks of the Little Pigeon River in Pittman Center, Tennessee. Dolly was the fourth of 12 children in a deeply religious, hard-working family of modest means. Her father, Robert Lee Parton, was a sharecropper and later a small-scale tobacco farmer and construction worker, while her mother, Avie Lee Parton, tended to their large family, often reciting ballads and mountain folklore that had been passed down through generations. Life in the Smoky Mountains was challenging, marked by poverty but rich in tradition, music, and faith, elements that would profoundly shape Dolly's identity and artistry. From a very young age, music was a central part of Dolly's life. Her maternal grandfather was a Pentecostal preacher, and Dolly frequently sang at church, where she first found a stage and an audience. But it wasn't just in church where her talent shone. Her family was musical too. Her uncles and mother played instruments and sang, often gathering around for impromptu jam sessions that became a form of nightly entertainment in the Parton household. Encouraged by her uncle Bill Owens, who would later become one of her early collaborators, Dolly began performing locally by age 10, singing on East Tennessee radio stations and appearing on regional television programs. Dolly's childhood was one of contrasts, financial hardship on one hand and emotional richness on the other. Growing up in a small, tight-knit community instilled in her a deep sense of humility, resilience, and storytelling, traits that would become hallmarks of her songwriting. Her experiences in the mountains inspired much of her early material, particularly songs like Coat of Many Colors, which vividly recount her upbringing and the values instilled in her by her family. Despite their limited means, the Parton family nurtured Dolly's ambitions, and by the time she graduated from Sevier County High School in 1964, she was already dreaming of Nashville. That very day, she moved to Music City to pursue a career in country music. Her big break came quickly, thanks again to her Uncle Bill, who helped her land a job writing songs for other artists. Her songwriting talents were undeniable, and soon she was signed to Monument Records, launching a solo career that would skyrocket in the years to come. The combination of early exposure to music, unwavering familial support, and her Appalachian roots laid the foundation for one of the most remarkable careers in American music history. Dolly Parton's early life was not just a prelude to fame. It was the very fuel that powered her journey, giving her the stories, melodies, and tenacity that continue to captivate audiences worldwide. Career and success. Dolly Parton's ascent from a humble upbringing in rural Tennessee to international superstardom is one of the most iconic success stories in music history. After moving to Nashville the day after graduating high school, Dolly began her career behind the scenes, writing songs for other artists under Combine Publishing. Her breakthrough came in 1967 when she joined the Porter Wagoner Show as a regular performer and duet partner to country star Porter Wagoner. Their partnership introduced her to a national audience, and although their professional relationship eventually ended, it was instrumental in establishing Dolly as a solo artist. Her first major solo success came with the 1971 release of Coat of Many Colors, a deeply personal and critically acclaimed song that drew from her childhood. It marked the beginning of a string of chart-topping hits, including Jolene, 1973, I Will Always Love You, 1974, and Love is Like a Butterfly, 1974, each showcasing her lyrical sensitivity, emotional depth, and distinctive soprano voice. I Will Always Love You would later become one of the best-selling singles of all time when Whitney Houston covered it in 1992, cementing Dolly's influence across generations and genres. As the 1970s turned into the 1980s, Dolly transitioned seamlessly from country to mainstream pop, a move that was met with both commercial success and cultural significance. Her 1977 album Here You Come Again marked her first Grammy win and expanded her audience far beyond the country music world. By 1980, Dolly had become a bona fide crossover star, acting in her first major film role in 9 to 5 alongside Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. The film's theme song, also written and performed by Parton, became an anthem for working women and earned her multiple Grammy nominations and an Academy Award nod. Throughout the 80s and 90s, Dolly solidified her position as a versatile entertainer. She starred in successful films like The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas and Steel Magnolias, while continuing to release hit albums and perform sold-out tours. Her collaborations with artists like Kenny Rogers, especially the duet Islands in the Stream, became some of the most beloved songs in country pop history. Dolly's accolades are as impressive as her discography. She has earned 11 Grammy Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement Award, 50 nominations, and is one of the few performers to be nominated for an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award, EGOT. She was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1999, received the National Medal of Arts in 2005, and was honored by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022, a testament to her genre-defying legacy. Dolly's career has continuously evolved with time, venturing into bluegrass, gospel, and even EDM collaborations, yet her authenticity has remained untouched. She has collaborated with artists across generations, from Willie Nelson and Loretta Lynn to Miley Cyrus and Katy Perry, proving her relevance and adaptability. In recent years, her holiday specials, memoirs, and Netflix deals have introduced her to new audiences, while reinforcing her status as a beloved cultural icon. From Nashville songwriter to global icon, Dolly Parton's career has been defined by resilience, reinvention, and an unshakable connection to her audience. Her enduring legacy spans decades, and her influence in music, entertainment, and philanthropy ensures that her impact will be felt for generations to come. Income and net worth. Dolly Parton's financial success is as legendary as her career in music and entertainment, with her estimated net worth ranging from $500 million to over $650 million, according to multiple sources. This incredible wealth is the result of a multifaceted career spanning more than 6 decades, powered by her talents as a singer, songwriter, actress, entrepreneur, and savvy businesswoman. A major source of Dolly's income comes from her extensive songwriting catalog. She has written over 3,000 songs, including global hits like Jolene, 9 to 5, and I Will Always Love You. The latter alone has earned tens of millions in royalties, especially after Whitney Houston's iconic 1992 cover skyrocketed it to worldwide fame. Dolly famously retained full ownership of her publishing rights, an uncommon move at the time, which has allowed her to collect royalties every time her songs are used in films, covered by other artists, or streamed online. Parton's earnings also come from her impressive career in television and film. Her roles in hit movies such as 9 to 5, Steel Magnolias, and The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas added millions to her portfolio. And she's also executive produced television specials and streaming content, including the Emmy-nominated Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square for Netflix. These projects not only expanded her brand, but brought in consistent, diversified income. Dolly has also partnered with major brands and media outlets. She's inked deals with companies like Netflix, collaborated on fashion and fragrance lines, and launched her own line of baking products with Duncan Hines. Her business acumen has allowed her to continuously expand her brand into new markets, all while maintaining her signature authenticity and charm. Philanthropy also plays a major role in Dolly's financial footprint. She has donated hundreds of millions to causes she believes in, including education, healthcare, and disaster relief. Thanks to a combination of smart business decisions, artistic control over her work, and an ever-evolving presence in the entertainment world, Dolly Parton's income streams continue to flourish. Her wealth is not just a reflection of her fame, it's the result of decades of hard work, ownership, and an unwavering commitment to her values. With half a century of success behind her and no signs of slowing down, Dolly Parton remains one of the wealthiest and most influential figures in show business. Lifestyle insights. Dolly Parton's lifestyle is as vibrant and multifaceted as her career, full of warmth, creativity, and a deep sense of purpose that reflects her unmistakable personality. Known for her larger-than-life presence and signature style, Dolly lives a life defined not by extravagance but by authenticity, kindness, and a relentless passion for both her art and her causes. Outside of music and entertainment, Dolly is a deeply creative person who enjoys spending her downtime in simple, meaningful ways. She's famously an early riser, often beginning her days before sunrise with meditation, songwriting, and prayer. One of Dolly's most unique hobbies is her love for fashion and beauty. She openly embraces a glitzy, rhinestone-covered style that she's famously described as backwoods Barbie. From her big blonde wigs to her over-the-top outfits, Dolly's look is not just fashion, it's a statement of empowerment, confidence, and fun. She has even joked that it costs a lot of money to look this cheap, turning her exaggerated glam into an emblem of individuality. Behind the scenes, she's also a skilled seamstress and makeup artist, often designing and customizing her own outfits and wigs. Dolly is also an avid reader and a passionate advocate for literacy, which has led to one of her most impactful contributions, the Imagination Library. Launched in 1995 in honor of her father, who could not read or write, the initiative provides free books to children from birth to age 5, regardless of family income. To date, it has donated over 200 million books worldwide, making it one of the most successful childhood literacy programs in history. This commitment to education is just one facet of her philanthropy. Parton is deeply involved in charitable work, consistently using her platform to give back. Her Dollywood Foundation supports a variety of causes, from college scholarships to disaster relief. In 2020, she made headlines for donating $1 million to Vanderbilt University Medical Center, helping to fund the research that led to the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Her generosity has earned her the love of millions and recognition from organizations worldwide, including the Carnegie Medal of Philanthropy. Despite her overwhelmingly positive image, Dolly has not been immune to controversy or criticism, though she has handled most challenges with grace. She has occasionally faced scrutiny for choosing to remain largely apolitical in public forums, preferring to unify rather than divide her audience. Still, she has subtly addressed social issues through her music and charitable efforts, often letting her actions speak louder than words. When confronted with criticism or misunderstanding, Dolly's response is often humor, humility, and unwavering self-awareness, traits that have only strengthened her public appeal. Ultimately, Dolly Parton's lifestyle is a mirror of her core values: creativity, compassion, humility, and joy. Whether she's crafting hit songs, empowering children through education, or simply relaxing at home with a good book and her guitar, her way of living adds richness to her legacy. Dolly isn't just a cultural icon because of her voice or business success. She's admired because of the person she is behind the scenes. Her life, lived boldly and kindly, is proof that staying true to yourself can lead not only to success, but to enduring love and respect from generations of fans. Relationships and personal life. Dolly Parton's life has been profoundly shaped by her enduring relationships, both personal and professional. At the heart of her story was her nearly 60-year marriage to Carl Thomas Dean, a Nashville businessman. The couple first met in 1964 outside a laundromat, a chance encounter on Dolly's very first day in Nashville at just 18 years old. They married 2 years later, in a quiet and private ceremony on May 30th, 1966. While Parton's star continued to rise, Carl chose a life away from the spotlight, embracing a reclusive and camera-shy lifestyle. Their relationship was a perfect example of how opposites attract, grounded in mutual respect and unwavering support. Carl was Dolly's steadfast supporter throughout her career, always encouraging her from behind the scenes. His influence even inspired some of her music, most famously the song Jolene, which was sparked by a bank teller who showed a little too much interest in Carl. Together, they built a life filled with love and partnership that endured for decades. Tragically, Carl Dean passed away on March 3, 2025, at the age of 82 in Nashville. Dolly shared a heartfelt message on social media, thanking fans for their love and support while asking for privacy during this difficult time. She spoke of the deep bond they shared and said, "He's now resting in God's arms." The loss marked the end of an extraordinary chapter, but also underscored the lasting legacy of their love. Outside of her marriage, Dolly remains incredibly close to her large family, including her 11 siblings. She often credits them for instilling the values of hard work, loyalty, and kindness that have been central to her life and career. Her friendships and collaborations within the music world are equally meaningful. From Kenny Rogers to Willie Nelson, Dolly has nurtured relationships that have produced timeless music, including the iconic duet "Islands in the Stream." Dolly Parton's ability to balance her personal and professional relationships with grace reflects her core values of love, loyalty, and authenticity. These connections have enriched her life and her music, allowing her to touch millions of hearts around the globe. In the wake of Carl's passing, many have wondered if Dolly might open her heart to love again. When asked about this in a recent interview, she simply smiled and said, "Now, honey, you know the answer to that." It was a classic Dolly reply, full of warmth, wit, and the unmistakable truth that, for her, there has always been just one true love. Real estate. Dolly Parton's real estate portfolio is as distinctive and vibrant as her legendary career, blending Southern charm with touches of luxury that reflect both her humble roots and her superstar status. Over the years, her properties have told a story of success grounded in warmth, comfort, and a deep connection to her Tennessee heritage. One of her most iconic past homes was her Gatlinburg cabin in the Smoky Mountains, a cozy retreat that captured Dolly's love for nature and simple living. Nestled among the trees, the cabin offered breathtaking views and a peaceful sanctuary away from the spotlight. While it embraced rustic charm, the home also featured thoughtful modern upgrades, showcasing Dolly's ability to combine tradition with practicality. Though she eventually sold the cabin, it remains a beloved chapter in her real estate story. In addition to her mountain retreat, Dolly has owned a beautiful estate in Nashville, the heart of country music. This Tennessee home reflects her deep roots in the region, with spacious grounds, elegant Southern architecture, and rooms designed for hosting friends, family, and fellow musicians. It includes expansive porches, lush gardens, and interiors that mix classic comfort with a touch of sparkle, much like Dolly herself. Currently, Dolly's primary residence is a stunning property located just outside Nashville. The estate boasts multiple bedrooms and bathrooms, sprawling living spaces, and a variety of amenities tailored for both relaxation and entertainment. Noteworthy features include a private recording studio, which allows her to keep close to her craft, and beautifully landscaped grounds that echo her love for the outdoors. The home also offers a welcoming atmosphere with warm, bright decor and personal touches that celebrate her career and personality. The overall aesthetic of Dolly's homes balances refined luxury with approachable charm. They are spaces that mirror her public persona, full of life, warmth, and a touch of sparkle, yet firmly grounded in authenticity and family values. Whether it's the rustic allure of a mountain cabin or the elegant comfort of a Nashville estate, Dolly's real estate choices perfectly encapsulate her blend of star power and down-to-earth sensibility. Dolly's properties don't just serve as homes, they are reflections of her legacy, her passion for music, and her enduring connection to the places that shaped her. As we explore her world, it's clear that her lifestyle choices, from her homes to her generosity, paint a portrait of a woman who embraces success while staying true to her roots. Cars and vehicles. Dolly Parton's journey with vehicles reflects her signature mix of humble beginnings, big dreams, and unmistakable flair. Long before the rhinestones and red carpets, Dolly's early relationship with cars was rooted in practicality. Growing up in rural East Tennessee, her first real exposure to cars came from riding in her family's beat-up station wagon. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a symbol of mobility and hope. In her early career, Dolly drove a modest car, a Dodge Dart. that she reportedly used to shuttle herself between gigs and radio stations across Nashville. It wasn't flashy, but it got her to the Grand Ole Opry, and that was all that mattered. As her fame and fortune grew, so did the sparkle in her garage. Over the years, Dolly has owned several vehicles that reflected her evolving success and love of Southern style. Perhaps the most famous is her beloved 1997 Cadillac d'Elegance, custom finished in pink with white leather interior, a perfect blend of comfort and country glam. The car became so associated with her persona that it's now on display at her theme park Dollywood as part of the Chasing Rainbows Museum, allowing fans to get a close look at a piece of her personal history. Parton has never been known to collect cars in bulk, but each vehicle she's owned has mirrored her taste for elegance with personality. She's also been seen in other Cadillac models, showing a clear loyalty to the classic American luxury brand. Though she's less often behind the wheel today, Dolly still appreciates a good ride, especially if it's lined with sequins or has her monogram stitched into the upholstery. However, Dolly's preferred mode of travel has long been her tour bus, which she famously designed to be a home on wheels. Complete with pink and gold accents, a private bedroom, and all the comforts of home, her tour bus allowed her to travel in style without sacrificing her need for privacy and comfort. In recent years, she's transitioned more to private air travel, especially as she limits her touring schedule. But her taste for glamorous, functional transport has remained unchanged. Dolly's vehicles, from her first modest car to her iconic pink Cadillac and customized tour bus, tell the story of a woman who never forgot where she came from, even as she soared to incredible heights. Her transportation choices, much like her music and persona, are a testament to her ability to blend authenticity with unapologetic flair. Current lifestyle. Dolly Parton's life in 2025 reflects her enduring spirit and adaptability, seamlessly blending her rich legacy with fresh ventures and heartfelt tributes. In March 2025, Dolly faced the profound loss of her husband, Carl Dean, her partner of nearly 60 years. In interviews, she described the transition as a big adjustment, but emphasized that staying active with her work has helped her cope. She shared her immense gratitude for the heartfelt support she received from fans worldwide and expressed that Dean will always be remembered and cherished. She made her first public appearance after his death at Dollywood, where she honored him and referenced her iconic song, "I Will Always Love You." Dolly also released a tribute song, "If You Hadn't Been There," on March 7th, dedicating it to Dean and calling him the star of her life story. Professionally, Dolly continues to innovate. She recently collaborated with 23-year-old Sabrina Carpenter on the song "Please, Please, Please," sparking excitement and a desire for future partnerships. Additionally, she announced a new children's book, Billy the Kid Dances His Heart Out, set to debut on December 2nd, 2025. Beyond music and literature, Dolly is expanding her entrepreneurial endeavors. She launched a podcast called Dolly Mama, focusing on entertainment discussions, and introduced a denim clothing line named Dolly Jolene's, inspired by her hit song Jolene. Furthermore, she filed trademarks for Dollygen and Dolligan, targeting collagen-based cosmetic products, and is entering the coffee market with trademarks for The Perking Lot and Cup of Ambition. Her philanthropic efforts remain unwavering. The Imagination Library, her flagship program, continues to gift over 3 million books each month to children in 5 countries. In 2025, the program celebrated its 30th anniversary, marking a remarkable legacy of nurturing a love of reading in over 270 million children. She continues to resonate with longtime fans while capturing the hearts of younger generations who admire her artistry and fearless reinvention. What surprised you most about Dolly's story? Tell us in the comments. If you liked this video, check out the ones on screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.